Hi everyone, welcome again to another Teacher Joseph video clip. Today we're going to talk about reading and speaking better, just as we did with last week's lesson. I think last Friday we did the same. We've already been talking about breathing, intonation, and also joining the words together. We do that by stretching the vowels a little bit more. Now you'll see on the screen there, we have my weekly lesson, okay, cancel culture, pigeon racing. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and I'm going to push these words out. And I want you to hear where I'm stretching. In the 1970s, before the internet came, pigeon racing was all the rage. Now, I have to stretch in order to join the words together. If I don't do that, it's going to sound like this. In the 1970s, before the internet came, you can see that that really isn't practical. So in order to join the words together, we must give them some extra space. And we do that by pushing a little bit. All right. In the 1970s, before the internet came, pigeon racing was all the rage. It was fairly common to see both young and old men owning pigeon lofts. These were like large garden sheds specifically custom built to house racing pigeons. Now you can hear I'm stretching just a little bit to help you to understand. The culture of pigeon racing always piqued my curiosity. Now, if I didn't do that, the culture of pigeon racing always piqued my curiosity because both my father and grandfather had their own lofts. So, in order to give it a little bit of a tone, it's really important that you push, okay, to try to get this sounding in the best possible way. You know, we all have choices in life. We can choose to say the things we say. We can also choose to have the attitudes that we have when we are doing things or learning things. We can think of ourselves as students who are very successful, or unfortunately, we can choose to be negative. Some people choose to be negative and then they just come to English lessons and they complain. Quite often I hear people making comments like, I can't shadow, no, it's not for me. And I suggest something else and they tell me, no, I don't want to do that. Would you like to read? No, I just want to speak. Okay, speak about what? This is too hard. This is too easy. This isn't my level. And it's kind of like pushing away from themselves in taking personal responsibility. The truth of the matter is that in the English world, you're really judged by how you sound. And if you read in the 1970s, people are going to think that you're either disabled, you have some problem, or that you're being deliberately difficult. But either way, you're not going to get that job. Even just to push out a little bit more with your voice, a little bit louder, even if you don't really know what to say, or if you can't know or join up all the words, just add in some fillers. For example, in the, let's see, 1970s, before the internet came, yes, pigeon racing was all the rage, it says here. So you can hear there by using fillers, all the rage, you can make this much more interesting. So that's my little tip for today, stretching the words a little bit. I mean, not too much. Of course, you have to be a little bit careful with just how much you stretch. I don't go to the coffee shop in the morning and say, I would like a latte, please. That wouldn't be right. So you really do need to be stretching the words a little bit more in order to um, say what you want. But of course, you don't do it with friends all the time, but you can do it in conversations. And I'm not sure exactly what you mean. You can hear there rather than say, I don't know what you mean. It's very robotic, isn't it? So there we are. Something to think about today. Another thing to think about is motivation. And I'm going to ask you the question today, what is holding you back from sounding the best that you can be? What is holding you back from sounding the best that you can be? And I think with most people, it's probably some kind of lack of confidence. So it's just something for you to keep in mind. What's holding you back today from sounding the best that you can be? All it takes is just a deep breath before you speak. Try to push the words out, some intonation up and down, and also stretching the words. It helps you to relax, it helps the other person to pick up. Not too much, of course, but even when you're talking fast, you can still stretch the words a little bit. Let me just show you. I'm just going to go to here. Pigeon racing has recently fallen foul. Okay, so pigeon racing has recently fallen foul to cancel culture and is now considered barbaric. So it's fast, but I'm still stretching. If I wanted to make it a little bit more empathic, pigeon racing has recently fallen foul to cancel culture and is now considered barbaric. Still stretching, but a little bit slower. Okay, so you just need to find your way, what suits you best. And as I always say, the way to do it is by listening to other people. So when you hear other people doing this, when you hear them speaking, just begin to notice not what they're saying, but begin to notice how they move their voice, where the words are joined together. Well, great. That's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll see you next week with a new weekly lesson. Bye.